and welcome to Only in Sedona Yoga for our Don't Judge 2 flow. It's a beautiful cloudy day here. You'll notice I'm having a few speech difficulties today. It's a little bit of a challenge with my brain today, but we're going to get through it. Starting with our warm-up here, dynamic stretching, proprioceptive movements that take you through all planes of motion to get those fluids flowing and make stretching more comfortable. We'll go into our vinyasa flow 3 times through to get your strength, your cardio, and your flexibility. Then we'll take it down for our restorative style stretches to really work into those deeper muscles and connective tissues for flexibility, and bring our breath work down to draw our awareness inward and get us ready for our concluding meditation. If you are liking this video series, please, please, please help support our mission by hitting like, subscribe, and share. It helps those YouTube algorithms. We're completely viewer supported, so if you like what you see, help us out, please. And let's go into some Tai Chi twists to work through that sagittal plane, limbering up that spine, lifting up through your feet, lifting up through those knees. If you want to test your proprioception here, close your eyes for a second and feel your body moving through space. That's your proprioception, the ability to sense your body without using your visual sense. And let's begin our flow 3 times through. Come to the front of your mat. We'll go a little slower the first time to learn it. Inhale. Look up as those palms touch. Exhale. Come into that forward fold. Inhale to your flat spine. Exhale. Step or hop your way back to your plank, top of a push-up. Shoot those shoulders slightly forward. Chaturanga down. Feel that strength here, yogi. And then uncurl those toes. Come into that beautiful up dog. Take a second to shake it out. Looking over both shoulders. Really feeling the move before tucking your toes. And pressing back into that downward facing dog. Take a breath here, yogi. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, that right leg comes up, down dog split. Exhale, pull it through. Inhale, come into your Anjaneyasana. Take a nice deep breath here. Really feel that opening through your hip flexor and your quadricep. Breathing, breathing. Take your hands down to the earth. Press yourself back into that beautiful runner stretch and take a breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale yourself forward as you come into a pigeon, lifting yourself tall as you take a breath. Inhale your way up to that single leg plank. Exhale with strength, come into that down dog split. Inhale, bring the foot down, gather your strength. Exhale, step or hop forward with that beautiful flat spine. Exhale, surrendering to your forward fold. Inhaling, pull it all the way up, look up at the sky. Exhale to heart center. Let's get that right away on your left. Inhale, look up, palms touch. Exhale, surrender, forward fold. Inhale, flat spine. Exhale, step or hop through your chaturanga. Inhaling to your gorgeous upward dog. Exhaling to your downward dog. One breath. Inhale, that left leg comes up now, down dog split. Exhale, pull it through. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, one breath. Bring those hands to the earth. Push back into your runner's stretch and take a breath. And you have an option here, yogi, if you want to do flexion. You can do that instead of extension if you prefer. Your next breath takes you forward into that pigeon pose and take a breath. Inhale to that single leg plank, feel your strength. Exhale, down dog split. Inhale, gather your strength, bring it down. Exhale, hop it forward with that flat spine. Surrender to that forward fold before inhaling your way all the way up to the top and coming to heart center. We're going to go through the vinyasa flow 2 more times, yogi. No stopping, movement with breath. Reconnect with your intention. Do not judge. Just feel your body moving through space. Here we go. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat spine. Exhale, step or hop, chaturanga, through your upward dog. Exhaling, down dog, pausing for a breath. Inhale, right leg down dog split. Exhale, pull it through. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Stay here for a breath. Inhale at the top of the move as you start to move. Exhale as you find that expression of your runner's stretch. Take a breath. Inhaling as you start to move. Exhaling as you find the expression of pigeon. Take a breath. Inhaling, single leg plank. Exhaling, down dog split. Inhaling, gathering strength. Exhaling, hopping forward. Surrender. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, keep that flow going. Forward fold. Inhale to your flat spine. Exhale, step or hop, chaturanga, through your up dog, inhale. Exhaling to your down dog. Pause for a breath. Inhaling, left leg down dog split. Exhaling, bringing it through. Inhaling, Anjaneyasana. Take a breath. Inhaling as you start to move. Exhaling as you lean back. Take a breath. Inhaling as you start to move. Exhaling as you find pigeon. Take a breath. Inhale, single leg plank. Exhaling, down dog split. Inhale, gather that strength. Exhale, step or hop forward. Inhale as you surrender and roll yourself all the way up. Keep it going. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift flat spine. Exhale, step or hop through chaturanga to your beautiful up dog. Exhaling to your down dog. Take a breath. Inhaling, right leg down dog split. Exhaling, coming through. Inhaling, Anjaneyasana. One breath. Inhaling as you start to move. Exhaling, find your runner stretch. One breath. Inhaling as you start to move. Exhaling as you come into your pigeon. One breath. Inhale, single leg plank. Exhale, push it up. Inhale, float that leg down and gather strength. Exhale, hop it forward. Inhale, rolling it up. You're almost there, yogi. One more time on the left. Palms touch. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling to your flat spine. Exhale, step or hop through your chaturanga into that gorgeous up dog. Exhaling into your down dog. Take a breath. Inhaling up, down dog split. Exhale, pull it through. Inhale, come up, Anjaneyasana. Take a breath. Inhaling as you start to move. Exhaling as you come on back into that runner's stretch and take a breath. Inhale as you pull it forward. Exhale as you find pigeon. Take a breath. Listen up here, yogi. Stay in your pigeon pose. We're going to transition just a little differently. What I'd like you to do, take that front leg and start pulling it so that it's parallel with the front of your mat, coming into a little half fire log pose. Walk it down. Like I said, my speech is a little iffy today. Now you can walk yourself down here. I'm going to show you another option if you're a little bit more advanced and you want to take it out into a full split here. You can do that. You can play with it. But what I'd really like you to do is start working on your breath too. So if you're here in the splits, just play with your breath. Don't try to force it or get your splits perfect. Mine certainly aren't. But start slowing down your inhales and exhales, smoothing them out for a 4 count. You might want to walk yourself forward over that front leg if that feels good. Try to straighten out the back leg. Just take a few breaths here. And again, you can stay in your half fire log. So if you don't like the splits, you're right here, my friend. Either one. Whatever works for you, whatever your body is telling you, this is what I need. Remember, don't judge, accept what is, and from that starting point of acceptance, you can move forward with love and improve things and get better. And when you're ready, walk yourself around. We're just going to switch sides. So just bring that left or right leg, whichever leg you didn't have in front. And again, you can just come into your half fire log here. If you want to take it out to a full split, take a few minutes to work yourself into it. Play with it if that's what your body is telling you you need. Again, I'm not perfect here in this pose, and that's okay. I'm not going to judge myself. I'm going to breathe here, focus on my breath, and work with my body to get a little better. And I'd like you to do the same, please, beautiful yogi. Inhaling for that 4 count, and exhaling for that 4 count. And if you've watched all my videos, you know the full story now behind this channel. If you really fall in love with MSM Yoga and want to get certified, we're working on getting that all set up for you guys. I'll include more details in the description of this video. I really believe in this program. I think it can help so many people. Bring it up. And let's just bring this in. We're going to come into a Badakanasana, but before we do, just take a second to kind of shake your legs. There's a lot of work there on those splits if you tried them. Or even if you stayed in half fire log, it's a lot of deep hip openings. So give yourself that love. And then come into your Bodhikanasana. You can stay here. You can extend the chest forward. If you're really flexible, you might be able to go all the way out. You can just kind of gently go into flexion here if that position's better for you. Please focus on your breathing here. Finding that point where you feel the stretch. Breathing through it without jerkiness. You never want to jerk or bounce a stretch. You just want to breathe into these static stretches. Gently and with love. Without thinking, oh my goodness, I'm not as flexible as so-and-so. I have to push myself harder. I'm not that great of a yogi, guys, and I'm not, certainly not, you know, super young, attractive, and flexible anymore. I'm almost 50 years old and chronically ill, and the reason I do this is because it is healing, and I want to bring that healing to everybody. And if that means going on camera and embarrassing myself a little, hey, so be it. Come on up. Let's go into some twists. So let's take that left leg, just bring it under. Take that top leg on top. Use this back arm as a second spine to get yourself nice and tall. You can use your hand here to pull and twist back. If you have a little more flexibility, just take your hand here and look behind you in this twist. It's funny because if you knew me in real life, I've said this before, I'm one of the shyest people you ever want to meet. And when I do yoga at home, I'm usually literally in my pajamas. I try to buy clothes with the limited means I have that allow you guys to see the way my body moves. As embarrassing as that can be to me, I just want you to be able to see how the movements work. But maybe we'll do that. Maybe that'll, if we can get to those 4,000 followers that I think the YouTube algorithms want you to have, we'll do a yoga pajama party and we can all just hang out together in our pajamas and be super casual. It'll be fun. And let's take this to the other side. And again, use that back arm as a second spine. Look behind you. You can just take the hand and twist if that's more comfortable, if this is a little too much on your back. And as you work into these slower stretches, yogi, go ahead and start drawing your attention a little bit deeper inward. Using your breath. We're going to come out of this twist. We're going to come down to some supine stretches. We're going to do one of my favorite stretches for the front of the leg. So take your one leg and just bend it here with the top of your foot against the mat. You might already feel this really start to open up, and if that you do, that's fine. If not, just start walking yourself back and release into that stretch for the front of the thigh. And the way that you start to bring your awareness inward through breath work, yogi, is through using 2 to 1 breathing. So with your next exhale, you'll still inhale for that 4 count, but then you'll exhale for a count of 5. And then the next one will be a count of 6, and then 7, and then 8, until you're breathing in for a count of 4, and exhaling for a count of 8. Making your exhales twice as long as your inhales activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the side that tells your body it's time to rest and relax. Let's walk this gently up, and let's just get this on the other side. So go ahead, bend that other leg in. Again, if you're feeling it here, if you decided to come into bed for the restorative section and you have some pillows, you can prop your back up with some pillows, or you can lay all the way back and feel that glorious stretch for the front of your thigh as you focus in on your breathing here. And we do these MSM workouts in 2 parts. Part 1 is wonderful on those days where you might be a little creaky or sore and you need a little extra nurturing. It's also to teach you the flow. So if you're new to yoga, you can do that one first, get the flow a little more slowly. And once you have it in your body, in that muscle memory, you can do the second version, the MSM2, or when you have a little more of that nervous energy that you gotta get out before you can get into these deeper stretches. They're also for if you're an advanced yogi and you're able to follow along. I want to make this program accessible for absolutely everybody, and it's not that one is better than the other or more advanced. It's just what your body needs on any given day. I do a combination of both depending on what my body needs. Let's come on up out of this one. And taking it back down, we're going to get into those hips. A lot of us hold tension in those hips. I'm going to move a little bit here. So I'm not lying in the dirt, but go ahead and cross that leg over and reach underneath, coming into that supine pigeon. Focusing in on that breath. I thank you guys so much for bearing with me today. As you can see, it's a beautiful cloudy day here in Sedona. And I'll tell you, the barometric pressure, for whatever reason, really doesn't get along that well with my central nervous system. So, like I said, I'm having a lot of speech problems today. Let's take that down. We're going to let this top knee fall in the direction that it wants to point. And that's going to get a really good stretch here all along this ITB band. You can take your arm out to the other side and just look to the other side. But I'll tell you, since this is our don't judge flow, when when you live in a place like Sedona, when you live in the desert Southwest, you see blue skies every day. Oh my gosh, when it's a cloudy day, you gotta celebrate that difference and just enjoy it, because it's a different kind of beauty and it's just so gorgeous. I love it, even if it does make me feel physically unwell. And come on back. We're gonna get that on the other side. So go ahead and cross that other leg over for your supine pigeon. And again, if you feel it here, this might be enough stretch, but if you can, reach underneath and pull it back. I'll tell you, this weekend I have coming up, there's a rally going on in support of healthcare for all Americans, which is something I very much support. If you knew my story, you'd know why, but it's funny because I couldn't get a ride to go. I couldn't get a ride, and because of my conditions, I don't really drive, and a 3-hour drive to Phoenix is just something I physically cannot do. I don't have the ability. And let's take it down. Let's let the knee point. So I put out the word on social media. Go into that ITB strand stretch here, letting that knee fall the direction it wants to fall. And it's so funny because the person who's going to be giving me a ride it's so funny. He's a member of the military and he works for a defense contractor. And when he found out why I wanted to go, he's like, oh my gosh, of course, judgment right away, thinking, oh, you're one of those hippy dippy peaceniks, and he's like, right away he just kind of was like, he was really so sweet, just so sweet about it. It's like, but I swear I'm not a bad guy. Like, we're not the kind of people that are, we're not over there hurting people or anything. Like, it was just really sweet that he had that awareness, and it really increased my trust level, like more than an Uber ride. I couldn't afford an Uber ride, and it kind of made me trust. But it's funny, if I would have let that judgment get in the way, then I'd be sitting home depressed, not doing. Instead, I met a new friend. So, don't judge people on outside appearances. Don't judge them on what they do for a living or have to do to get by. Accept people as they are, and from that point of acceptance you can get so much more done and meet some fabulous new friends. It's so much more loving and kind, you guys. So with that in mind, as we go into our closing meditation, give yourself a big hug of self-acceptance, free from judgment. And release, release, release into your final resting pose, beautiful yogi. Focusing that awareness only on your breath as we prepare for our closing meditation. All right, beautiful yogi, relax now in your Shavasana pose, or any final resting position that allows you to feel comfortable, relaxed, and draw your attention to your internal world. For the next few minutes, please focus on nothing but the rhythm of your breathing and the sound of my voice. Use your breath to continue relaxing you, feeling your chest rise as you inhale, feeling your belly rise, feeling tendrils of energy flooding each cell of your body to the tips of your fingers and toes. And as you exhale ever so slowly and completely, consciously let go of any areas that still feel tense or tight. Notice these areas as you breathe without judging them. Just bring them into your awareness. And with your next inhale, try to consciously relax them as you breathe love and light into these areas. Maybe you carry your tension in your hips or your shoulders, perhaps your jaw, those little muscles around your eyes, somewhere along your back. Accept that you have these sore areas and just relax them, showering them with love, accepting them as they are, no pressure. Remember, beautiful yogi, everything that exists, be these things tangible or intangible, are neither inherently positive or negative. They simply are. When we look at things without the lens of judgment, we're able to accept reality as it is and decide how to best move forward. What challenging situation can you see today just as it is? Acceptance is not the same as toxic positivity. Toxic positivity insists that you see things not as they are. It casts a glamour over events, a false front that protects your ego from what it does not wish to see. Acceptance requires letting go of judgment and seeing things, circumstances, just as they are, without weighting them down or coloring them with our perception of them as good or bad. Because few things in life are all good or all bad. At an energetic level, negative feelings, emotions, vibes, whatever words you wish to use, represent the energy of change. Think of these feelings like the death card in tarot. These sensations don't necessarily signify death or destruction, but change, the removal of something that's no longer necessary in your life. Maybe someone you love recently told you something that challenges your long-held belief system. Perhaps you got some news about something personally that completely altered your future as you thought it would be. Sit with the emotions you have surrounding this for a moment. Maybe what they are telling you is that it is your time to change, your time to undergo a fundamental shift for reasons you may not yet even understand. Remember, yogi, true positivity resonates and vibrates with the frequency of universal love, acceptance, and growth. It is the stuff that drives mothers to nurture their infants and inventors to spend countless hours perfecting a new product or method that will benefit humanity as a whole. Take a few moments now to let go of any remaining judgments you have surrounding any circumstances that cause you distress, and let them vibrate with this love frequency. What does love tell you is the solution to moving through this period of change? When you act not out of judgment, but out of love, you can transform your world and the lives of everyone you touch. Choose your beautiful energy wisely, dear yogi. Namaste.